counter-racist codification is about simplification, too. You try to make things as simple and as truthful and as problem-solving as you possibly can, and you try to do it in 2 or 3 minutes if you can, or 1 minute or 1 second. So I'll go right to it. According to logic and what I've written in the textbook, first of all, when you mention white women in the system of white supremacy, then immediately you go to the premise that every white person who is able to be a white supremacist in the system of white supremacy, which is the dominant government on the planet, should be regarded as a racist suspect. Why? Because of some personal animosity or anything like that? No, it's not personal. We're in a system of white supremacy. So any white person, male or female, who is able to be a white supremacist should be suspected of being one until proven different. Proven different to whom? To the individual victim. That's an individual thing, since we don't have a master list. I'm talking about pure logic now. I have never been exposed to a master list of who is and who is not a white supremacist on this planet. I've heard people's names being called out, 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 there, and whatnot. But then I look at those 1 or 2 names and I said, no, I don't believe, logically speaking, that 5 or 6 white people who say that they are racist can cause all of this damage worldwide 24/7 for all of these years, because racism existed before they were born. So how can these 5 or 6 names that keep coming up cause all of this damage? So somebody else must be a racist. But who is the somebody else? Has anybody stepped forward with a listing of all of the white supremacists on the planet so that everybody know their names and addresses and what to expect of them? I don't know of any such list. So therefore, as a victim of white supremacy, and it's not personal, it's business, I have to suspect that any white person who is able, according to compensatory counter-racist logic, any white person who is able to be a racist should be suspected of being one until proven different. Proven different to whom? Each and every individual victim. Now, that's a tall order.
Yes.
That calls for a whole lot. But it's not the victim's fault. The victims of racism didn't invent racism. The people who invented racism need to clean up this mess. Just because they made it difficult for white people to prove that they are not racist, that's not my fault as a victim of racism. They need to talk to other white people about that. Why did you set it up so that as a white person, some black person may suspect that I'm a racist? See, that's strictly between them. They're going to have to settle that. I can't. In the meantime, I have to suspect that any white person, male or female, who is able, underline the word able, to be a racist, just might be one. Now, why would Fuller take that position?
Yeah, repeat
because
that.
There's no other position I possibly can take that would be logical.
Okay.
And if there is a position that I can take that's logical, I want to know what it is. In a world that's dominated by racism, somebody's got to be a racist, but nobody's pointing out who they are.